Now then YouTube, I'm the TOFF man and welcome to the Patreon server. Yes, it's episode 1, which means it's a start, quite obviously. I had a Patreon server stream last night, which went very, very well actually. And here we are, we're on the server. So what I want to do is show you exactly what we did just last night. I'm going to go into the map right here. Let me go all the way out. This is where me and Shed, because we are together, so me and Shed are up there in this village. The spawn was down there. Where is it? There it is. There's the spawn, right there. Myself and Becca did build the spawn. If I remember, I will try to go ahead and take the stream footage that I've got, edit it up, so that you guys can see spawn being built as like a time-lapse. So that is right there, spawn is. And everybody's gone off in their different random directions and stuff like that. We went off all the way up here. And went into this little village. The reason why is because it's walled off entirely. So eventually what we can do is go around the whole village here, light it all up, and we've got quite a substantial space with a lot of villagers as well. And hopefully we can try to kill all of these little things that are around there. But anyways, what also brought us in was this little structure right here. Now this is a smeltery. In this pack, a smeltery is a big deal, so we wanted one of them. Now, you know, for you guys watching this who do want to become Patreons, you can indeed become a Patreon. However, you won't get access to the server until it goes through the next month. The reason being is that some people in the past have gone ahead and pledged a certain amount and then not, what's the word I'm looking for? Honoured that certain pledge, so they've had a month of the server, and then just quit Patreon. So it's just a way to stop that kind of thing. So if you do want to get onto the server, there's a couple of people that were watching last night. If you do want to get onto the server, then you can make a $5 donation to a donation link, which is, I think it's always in the description below, I believe. You can go ahead and do that, and then let me know. Make sure that you sign up on Patreon so that I can send you a message over Patreon, send you all of the stuff, through Patreon that way. I'm going to have to sort this out because this is really annoying. I'm sorry, Shed, but why can I not get out of my bed? Oh, pig. I wouldn't come in here if I were you. If you go against these, you will probably die. You see? Told you. We're just going to kill you instead. There we go. Good stuff. So there we go. I'm going to eat all of these because I'm fat. Cheers. And, I'll tell you in a second, Jai. So yes, that is a way of being able to do it. However, right, we're going to carry on now, guys, and I'm going to show you what we are in the middle of doing. So we've got a little bit of a mine going on down there, which is great. Me and Shed have been mining quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit. We've got a coke oven. Remember, I showed you that in the first episode, so I really didn't think there was any need in showing that on an episode. We've got that coke oven. We've got some creosote. We've got a hammer. We've got all of that stuff. We've got buckets and what have you. So now we have our first pickaxe. I've got an iron pickaxe, a writable pickaxe, and I'm just about to make a mattock. Because I really want a mattock, guys. I really want a mattock. So I'm making an iron mattock, just a normal bog standard one. Nothing special, guys. And we're going to make that. So, yes, the reason why I wanted the smelter is because it is a big part of this. We've got a load of iron now. I say a load. That's probably not going to end up, going very far, especially in this pack. And, yeah, I want to go ahead and make this mattock. So let's go over here. I've got it all ready and waiting. I just need to get my wooden tool rod and the tool station, and there is the mattock. So we're going to put the wooden tool rod in there, that into there, and that into there, and it's going to do both jobs for me. I don't need to make a shovel, I don't need to make an axe, I can just make a mattock and it'll do both jobs for me. I don't really need it to be very ledge or awesome or anything like that. I just need it to do its job. So I'm going to say TOFF's mattock. Good stuff. And there we go. Now, apparently in this pack as well, something I didn't know and didn't realise until just a moment ago when Quera told me. Or Kera? Is it Kera or Quera? I don't know how to pronounce it. I do apologise. But anyway, go into our inventory. On the left-hand side here is this little map. Now, what you can do is you can actually claim land using this. Which is good for me, because this is my place. So I can claim up to 1,000 chunks. And I can apparently add people to friends lists and so on and so forth, so they've got access to all of this. So what we want to do is just get all of this village. This is our village. Step away, and that's my little cave out there. Yeah, I think that is good. That we haven't been to this village yet. Actually, we're probably going to take a skip over to there. Block security, public, private, friends. Okay, so we just need to add. How do I add somebody to the friends list? I don't know. Unclaim all land. Refresh. Tick. Ah, I see. Now Shed's on here, so we're going to add him to the friends list if we can. Can we do that? How do I do this? HaighyorkieOfficial. Online. Friend. That's it. Ah, there we go. We just right click and add as friend. So we're pending friend and he'll sort that out when he gets in. So that's great. We've got access to all of our land now. That is a really good feature actually. That's a really good feature. So nobody that isn't a friend can come in here and break blocks or, you know, make it, or open chests or anything like that within that area, which is all of this area. So anybody who's playing on the server, oh, it says on the top right hand side there. Get in. HaighyorkieOfficial, you are now entering the land of HaighyorkieOfficial. Indeed. So now I've got my mattock. Basically, I need to farm wood, and this is a big thing. I need loads and loads of wood. The reason why is because chests. I need a load of chests. That's my job for today. I'm going to go ahead and sort out all of my area and get everything sorted into chests, or maybe even storage units or barrels or anything like that that I can possibly do. We do have one barrel, which is for cobblestone at the moment. But it's probably a good idea to have a load of wood and maybe even get a barrel of wood. That would be great. But we are a ways off automating anything just yet. With FTB Infinite involved, especially the expert mode, it's very, very difficult to actually get everything automated. It's going to take a lot. Just for a redstone furnace, for example, you need an assembly table and little bits and bobs, I was told. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. So what I'm going to do is leave enough room for things to get built. So I mean, hang on, no, I'll just put them in exactly the same places that they were. There we go. I'll keep them there. Now I've got a little bit of wood, so I can go ahead and make what I can make. So let's have a look at storage drawers. Storage drawer, and holds 32 stacks per drawer. How expensive are these? Oh, it's just a couple of chests and some wood. For the 1x2, holds 16 stacks per drawer. So, okay, that's not too bad actually. What's that one? 8 stacks. That's not bad for the moment. 4 chests and 4 wood. Let's go ahead and make one of those. Oh, I can change all of that into wood, can't I? And let's make 4 chests. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And that should be enough to be able to create ourselves our first thing. So, was it in the corners? Like that? I think it was, wasn't it? And then wood like that. Great. Oh, we get 4 of them. Ooh. Nice. So that's going to help out. We're going to put that over here for our array of ingots and so on and so forth. This is going to be a little work area. It's not going to stay like that. Well, it probably is for quite a while. I keep saying this. We're going to make things aesthetically pleasing, but we never actually do. So it's probably going to stay like that for a long while just yet. But this server, for the moment, you know, it does run monthly, on a monthly basis. And the people who have the certain amount of Patreon, you know, we all get together at the end of the month and we discuss whether or not we want to move on to a different pack, whether we want to stay with the pack, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put all of my iron into there. 192 iron. Good. We will keep that in there, and we will use that place for all of our ingot needs. Why have I got 47 ingots on me? Does it not want me to put them in there? Yes, it does. Good. I am glad we came to this conclusion. So we need, I've got a load of gold, silver, I've got loads of stuff in here to go ahead and smelt up, and I'm going to do that shortly. But we've got some steel, pulsating iron, and all of this actually, this sort of stuff doesn't need to go in there. Steel will. Copper will, tin will, but not the bricks, not the alloys and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and plant this into here. We're going to have a lot of iron, so we need 8, you know, we can only hold 8 stacks, so I think this full drawer is just going to be iron, because we're going to have a lot of that. So I'm going to put that into there, I'm going to put the copper into there, steel into there, and then is that everything that I've got? We've also got aluminium brass. It's not something that we're going to have tons of, so I'm just going to leave that into the chest over here. So the first thing that we need to do, and the first thing that we need to really accomplish, is the tree farm, like I said about. So let's have a look and see what is the best way of making a tree farm. Okay, I am back, guys. Now, I've looked at a few different things for tree farms, automated tree farms, none of which we are anywhere near. Of course, there's Steve's Carts, there is Ender.io, I think that's got one as well, I'm not quite sure, actually. But basically, we're going to have to go manual tree farm at the moment, and then, you know, go from there. Probably going to have to get into some Britannia, maybe try to get golems or whatever it is, and get the Stormcraft people to do that. I don't know. We'll sort it out. But anyway, what I want to do, guys, is make an iron gear. Now, to do this, you need to do it in a smelter. And you need to pour it over a stone gear. There we go. And now we've got a gear cast, which is fantastic. Now, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, yeah. Jaiso is currently here as well. He is our slave. He's going to be working for us right now. How do I get just one? There we go. It's the same thing. So let me go ahead and I'm going to make an iron gear. The reason why I'm making an iron gear is because I want to start getting some power in the form of a survivalist generator. And you do that by getting an iron gear along with a couple of bits of redstone, piston, furnaces and blocks of coal across the top, and that will get you the first thing that you can go ahead and make to make power. Now you can do with your hobbyist steam engine as well, but I think, you know, to break the ice just a little bit, getting survivalist generator is not a bad idea. At some stage, I want to go ahead and make alumite pickaxes, so we're going to have to make bronze pickaxes to be able to do that, and put a diamond. I think you put a diamond on it to get the ability. At least that's what Kira was saying. You need to put a diamond to get the ability to mine obsidian, of which we'll then be able to make alumite. And with the alumite, we can go ahead and, well, we can go to the nether, get some ardite, cobalt, and stuff like that, and start getting the manual in. When we've got the manual in, then we can look at upgrading our pickaxes and our tools all the way through, and we don't have to worry about putting, you know, stuff on the pickaxe then. These ones are just going to get thrown away anyway. So there's that to think of. Whew. Well, that's the first thing. I think that's the first thing that we've really got to work towards, getting the ability to get a manual tool set. Once we've got the manual tool set, we can go ahead and, you know, mine to our heart's content. It doesn't matter what, like I said, what upgrades that we put on our stuff, we can do that. So let me go ahead and grab this. Really? It takes more than that? Okay, it took more than that. I thought it only took one. Apparently, it doesn't. It takes more than that. I'm not quite sure how much it does take, by the looks of things. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Who knows? Wait, it should tell me, actually. Iron gear. Okay, it's this thing right here. It needs 576 millibuckets, which is 4, I believe. So let's put that into there. That is crazy. That is actually crazy, guys. So yeah, that's you've got to build stone gear to be able to get this. You know, you make a cast out of it. Do the usual of what you would usually do. Look at all these. Iron gearbox. Oh my god. What is all this? I have no idea. But yes, the survivalist generator is a good thing to start with. So there we go. Look, yeah, it's pretty inefficient. You know, it's really not that great, but it's a good place to start. And we can go ahead start stockpiling some power up. If we can go ahead and can we make an energy cell? I dare look at this recipe. I really dare not look at this recipe. So we need just a normal box standard leadstone one. Okay. This is very interesting. It seems as if we've got to get in some IC2, which is not bad. I like IC2. Getting rubber. Well, I've already got rubber. You can get it from mine factory things and stuff, so that's not a problem. Redstone conductance one, electrum. So we need some gold and silver. We've got that. That's not a problem. All that is a problem is the tin electron tubes. Now, what we're going to have to do is plug the survivalist generator straight into the thermionic fabricator. Thermionic fabricator. How do we craft one of these? Well, we need a gold chest, gold ingots, sturdy casing, which is made out of bronze and bronze gear. So we need to basically have a lot of copper and a lot of tin, and then we will be sorted. But that is something we can work towards. A thermionic fabricator, so that we can work towards an energy cell. The first thing... This is really difficult to figure out what exactly to do next. It really is. Oh. Was it only 2? No, I think it was actually 4. Fair enough. So we've got the iron gear now, which is great. Do I chuck that on the floor and then pick it back up? No. I don't know how I do it. I thought it was achieved for getting an iron gear. There maybe is, but it's been bypassed, of course. So there we go. We've got our iron gear now. Let's go ahead and survivalists generator. This will help just power some stuff. Redstone. We don't really need to do this. I need 2 furnaces. Oh my god. So much cobblestone. So much cobble. I need a crafting table over there as well, actually. Need a crafting table over there. So we need actual cobblestone. Now we found a way of getting past this. And I'm not exactly pleased by this, guys. I'm really not pleased by this. There is a way of getting a slab furnace just by using the normal recipe. And then you get a slab furnace. That is really annoying. Because I was under the impression that to get your furnace you would have to do the compressed cobblestone. And it appears not. And you know, that's slightly annoying, I suppose. Especially for me, because I made the bloody thing. And, you know, all these other people are like, oh yeah, I just made a slab furnace. And I'm like, what? How dare you cheat the system like that? So, iron gear, a couple of bits of redstone, which is over in this chest over here. And piston. Is that the usual recipe though? Yes, it is. So we need one of you. I need one of you. I need some wood. Oh, Jaiso is the resident architect, gardener, should I say. He's going to sort the place out for us. He's our slave. We've enslaved him. He is now our slave. So let's do that. And I've also got cobble on me already. Let's put that there, that there, and then that across the top, and that'll get me the piston. 3 blocks of coal. My goodness. Take a couple of these. I think it's too much actually, but still. Yeah, it's way too much. 3 blocks of coal. Good. And then we could put that across the top there. Piston. 2 bits of redstone. Iron gear. 2 furnaces either side. And there is our first survivalists generator. I am quite happy with that, guys. We're going to go ahead and put it just down here. Not that way around, though. That way around. Good stuff. And we're going to put the thermionic fabricator right there. But what is going to happen, guys, is there is a lot of mining to do. An absolute ton of mining to do. And like I said, we need to get up to manualing tools to be able to really get into all the upgrades and stuff like that to get enough stuff together. So, oh yeah, there we go. Now I can just shove a load of crap into there. Can it run off cobble? No, it can't run off cobble. I think we just put bog standard coal into there. Get some coal. So this burn time 1600 generates 80,000 RF at 5 RF per tick. So if it does 80,000, put 1 piece of coal in there, and that should burn and make 80,000 RF. I like the sound. It is good. But there's Jaiso, look. Good lad. Thank you very much. Yes, minings. Lots of minings to be had. This series is going to go on, well, for as long as the Patreon server goes on for. And, of course, like I said, it possibly will be changing at the end of, the month. It could go on for a 2nd month. It could even go on for a 3rd month. It all depends on the group of people that have done that Patreon barrier and, that are going to get our heads together and figure out at the end of the month whether or not we want to move on to another pack or whether or not we want to stay on the particular pack that we are on. So yes, there we go, guys. I think we made a decent start. We only made a survivalists generator, but my god, that took a little while to go ahead and do. Next episode, I hope to be back with some more tools and a whole load more stuff so that we can really get into some of the business that is, the thermionic fabricator, forestry, all that kind of stuff, industrial craft to get the rubber together and everything. Hopefully we'll have a load of stuff. It's just resource gathering now for us, and we will be back next time. Not sure when that will be. It all depends on how long this is going to take. Until then, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as I've said it before, if you want to get involved, everything you will need to know is in the description below. Until then, guys, I've been the TOFF Man. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.